What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another reverse 1999 video. Alright guys, we got a special one today. I know a lot of you guys have been asking how to do this, so I'm going to show you how to deal with Pneuma Analysis Stage 7 as a free-to-play and only using 3 and 4 star characters. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys my squad real quick. The squad is going to be a little bit lower than I used to beat this, but we're going to use Mondlicht, Pavia, Lasource, and the Fool. Those are going to be the main 5 you're going to use to complete this. Now remember, this is a challenge account, so all of my characters that I've been leveling up are only 3 and 4 stars. All the 6 stars, the 5 stars that I have, all that stuff have not been touched. They're just sitting around idly until I need the 5 stars. I will never be touching a 6 star. So this is specifically going to be a replay version of how I did it. Now I'm going to show you guys all my characters and how I built them, and then we're going to go into the battle and explain to you guys how it works, okay? So you guys can see Mondlicht over here. Let me just get the story out of the way here. There we go. Unlock this, get my clear drop. So Mondlicht is set up as Resonant 6. Okay, I can show you guys the stats real quick so you guys can kind of have the same look and feel. The Resonant stats are as follows. Crit rate 6%. Really, attack is what matters for Mondlicht. HP 6% crit resist, some damage reduction for survivability in here, and then damage bonus. Fairly simple. You can honestly quick load this one and you'll be fine. There's really not much here that she needs to do. She's actually going to be sitting as my 4th unit, so backup DPS rather than in the front. In terms of the Psycube, I have this one on her right now, which is going to be the Yearning Desire, which gives her Incantation Might, and then also when the carrier attacks a target with stats down or negative status, they'll deal 8%. So this is currently what I'm using for. You guys can see here, there's really not a lot going on here that really needs to be upgraded. She was level 50 and she is Insight 2. Okay, so you guys are aware of that. Insight 2, fully completed. So make sure that you have that at least going for you, okay? Next up, my main DPS is going to be Pavia. So same thing, Insight 2. I have this one here, the Footloose, which is going to increase his ultimate might and also increase damage on any opponent that has 50% or more when he attacks. So very important for him because all of his skills are based on his own HP, right? So really cool there to have a lot of DPS and AoE. And it's important to bring these AoE characters, guys, because they will kill the ads along with the boss. And it is a DPS check at the same time, okay? So remember that where Pavia does his own HP, Mondlicht does HP of the opponent. So 2 different kinds of DPS, but both are going to be AoE, except for their ultimate, which is going to be a single target attack with a heal built in. All right, you guys can see here he is Resonant 9 though. I can show you guys the stats real quick as well for him. He's got 693, 142 attack. He's got 18% crit rate. The reason why I increase his crit rate a little bit is because every time an ally dies, he gets additional crit rate and more stats from that. You got 5.5 here for crit resist, critical damage only 6% increase, critical defense 3%, damage bonus is 13%, and damage reduction is 4.5. So you want him to be doing as much damage as he possibly can with this build. So you guys feel free to copy that if you want, or again, you can just use quick load for now if you need to. In terms of Insight 2, this is what it offers. Every time an ally dies, this is what I was talking about, damage dealt, critical rate, and critical resistance increased by 10%, and damage taken is minus 10%, damage taken minus 8% when he enters the battle, right? So very, very good unit for this fight specifically, and will be your main DPS, okay? Next up, my healer, Lasource. Obviously here to heal. Pretty decent AoE DPS as well with her attack, and then obviously her ultimate reduces Moxie, which is pretty important for the boss, but the boss does something else that he casts his ultimate anyways when he gets 5 stacks of sentience. We'll talk more about that when we get there, okay? You guys can see here Resonant 6, right? Ideally for her, you want to build her defensively as much as you possibly can, but she does scale off attack, so don't ignore attack either. So try to build a little bit of defense, some damage reduction, but mostly she's just, I mean, she's a 3 star. She's going to have low stats anyways, so don't worry too much about that. But she is going to survive long enough to keep you guys healed, so you can do enough damage anyways. Her portray is maxed out for me, obviously. And then her Psycube, you can either use a healing one, or you guys can use a damage reduction one. It's up to you what you think is best for your choices. And you guys can see here when she starts off the battle with You Wish, she does a damage bonus minus 20% and damage taken reduction minus 20%. So right at the start of the battle, she triggers it 1 time only right from the start. And then Insight 2, she increases her heal. So fairly straightforward unit there, not much to go off of. And then the Fool, really there to do corrode and soak damage, and that's the main reason, and you guys will see how he functions in this fight. I have only got portrait 3 for him, resonant level 7. I'll show you guys the resonant as well for stats. You guys can again copy it. So a lot of HP, some attack, critical resist, and then damage reduction are the main things you want to focus on. Of course, in the defenses to reduce the amount of damage he takes. So only Resonant 7. He was level 47, I think, if I recall doing this. So again, his job is really to provide corrode, to also do AoE damage, taunt, and then also he can reduce Moxie if you plan to go that way, right? So when he enters the battle, enter the full status for 2 rounds. Damage taken reduction and crit resist is 25%, and then only triggers 1 time. So this will start from the beginning. And then inside 2, reality defense and mental defense plus 10% when the caster enters the battle. So that's the team, guys, that I used to beat this as a pure F2P 3 to 4 star challenge. Now I'm gonna just replay my actual run for you guys so you guys can kind of see how it functions. There you guys can see it's fully done. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, show you guys my team, and you guys already saw the whole setup, right? I'm gonna go here and just do 1. So you guys can see here the Fool specifically has this on, so every time he does AoE, he'll do a heal with his ultimate, right? He's the only AoE ultimate I have here. It'll do a heal for everybody. It's a pretty small heal, it's like 300 health, but hell, it's something, right? Of course, ultimate here for Footloose, Laughter and Laughter for survivability, and then Yearning Desire here for more damage with Mondlicht. So let's go ahead and jump in. You guys can watch this, and it'll go a little faster, unfortunately, but I'll try to slow it. Yeah, I'll slow it down for you guys. Okay, so you can see here I start with a counter, and then get myself the second skill here, which for him, for Pavia, it actually increases damage if he has more health, right? So here, Corrode's gonna hit for 2 turns, and you guys can see the debuff there, right? So right here, you want to focus on, again, killing off the adds, but not too quick. You want to still build enough of your ultimate for at least Pavia to enter the battle and actually do massive damage on the boss when you get in, okay? I mean, massive damage, it's kind of a far-fetched thing to say. He doesn't do a lot of damage, like 4 or 5k worth, but he'll put a self-heal on himself, making it easier for him to survive, because realistically, your DPS is what you need on the next round, okay? So there you guys go, a little bit of a heal, right? The next one single move. Now you want to build up her ultimate, and also the Fool needs to start building his up as well. Okay, so boss comes in, you see this little buff here, it's called Sentient. Every round he's gonna get 1. When he hits 5 of them, he'll do his ultimate no matter whether he has the Moxie or not, so keep that in mind. So there you go, starting off with ultimate 4,321. He gets a self-heal on himself, and then you want to taunt here, and then start doing some damage on the adds, okay? The adds need to also die, keep that in mind. So the Fool is incredible for this, because that corrode actually does fairly good damage. You guys can see here, 1,358. And also when you do his ultimate, it'll extend the corrode damage turn for 1 more turn, and also you saw the 300 recovery with that the side cube that I have on him. And then right here, again, you want to just make sure that you're being able to AoE the boss as well as the adds at the same time. So here he dies, and that's fine. The boss is almost at half health. Mondlicht comes in, and this is where he's going to matter a lot, or she's going to matter a lot more, right? You want to now heal up everybody. And then from here, you see Pavia has the 1 extra heal. Kill this ad before it performs its ultimate, but at the same time, again, you guys can see here, I'm just putting in damage. One thing to note about Pavia before I continue, both of his moves are very important, right? One of his AoE is based off of more than 50% HP. The other one is less than 50% HP, and both will do more damage. So don't heal right away. Make sure you do the less than 50% HP for one move first, then heal, and then do the more than 50% HP, because it'll increase the damage by a fair chunk. So make sure you're doing that every time. You guys can see here now he's about to perform his ultimate, right? He hit the 5 sentience, and now he becomes the Mothman, which is a much harder opponent, and he starts doing debuffs. He does weakness here, and then eventually he's going to do defense down and other moves as well too. Right here, you should be ready for another Pavia attack. You guys can see here it reduces the boss with a fair chunk right there, right? And then from here you just finish it off, right? He's just going to do a couple AoEs. You'll see the debuffs. When he enters this state, this is when it becomes the hardest. So you want to make sure you kill him by the time he enters here, right? These will finish him off, and voila, guys. Only 1 opponent or 1 unit dead. Everyone else is alive, and you get yourself the completion with fair ease. So there you guys have it. That is the strategy and the team that I used to complete it. This is Payne. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you guys are having trouble. Feel free to obviously run off with this team if you want to. But if you have 5 and 6 stars, I can always help you build a team to get it done as well too. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Take care.